and I hope myself, is going to be more involved in, you know, in helping the community efforts and helping you folks get in on these jobs. So I hope that answers your question, but the more you can do to get involved, like, you know, Valerie was mentioning, with anything, if you sit here and just come to meetings, it's not going to happen. You got to get involved. You got to communicate. Even when you sign up on a lot of these lists and that you're a company, they categorize you a certain category. It's very broad, very general. I don't really know what you guys do until you pick up the phone, and we'll call you guys. Please, you know, take my card, call me. We'll, you know, we can sit down on a job you're interested in and go through it, or break apart bigger scopes into smaller scopes. You know, take a chunk of the pie, not a big thing, but the opportunities are there.
Because that is exactly what George and I and all the small business liaisons try to educate folks about, because it's all about marketing yourself.
Right.
And how you market, and that's my job as a small business liaison, is to help you market yourself to the people that you need to connect with. And as we're going to go live on the web here in just a second, as soon as I take another question, I will show you where you can find the information about which primes are bidding on particular projects, who the contact people are, or how to be able to find out their contact information, and so on. It's all available on the Caltrans website. Again, with the new stuff that's there on the website, you can get the bid plans. You can get the information. You can look through it and sit there and go, I can do this, 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 and this, and this, and this, and be able to call her up and say, hey, on contract 04, da-da-da-da-da, or 03, da-da-da-da-da, I understand that you're looking for this, this, that, and the other thing. I've developed a bid. Would you like me to fax it to you? Along with my evidence of bonding, my, you know, by basically, as we do it in the A&E part, my statement of qualifications, why I'm good. If you're a private person, I want to have you send an email, if you're not a contractor, that says, this is what I do. This is how we're doing it. I'm working with Troy right here, who has sent me an email, and it was a little here, a little there, a little that. I was trying to combine a whole bunch of different products into one big thing. No! So I emailed him back and said, no, this is how we want a marketing email to look if it's going to be effective, because what I do is forward that to all the maintenance workers, or all the survey crew, or the, you know, the asphalt people, or the folks in construction, or whatever. So I'm your conduit between me and between yourself and the Caltrans staff who are making the purchases of your particular products.
Okay, so then I have a question, Liza. I'm wondering, you know, how, I'm trying to do a good word, how aggressive is Caltrans into creating opportunities and really working with DVBEs? Because a lot of my guys don't want to be subs, because there's a lot of issues with being subs.
You're talking to, you're standing right here with one of the folks in District 4.
But I mean, like,
constantly has outreach events. I am.
But wait, hold on, let me finish my question. Because as a person who's, you know, the liaison, you said you're the direct liaison between, you know, Caltrans and us, then we would like for you to take back that information to Caltrans. That, how about breaking some of these contracts down?
Oh,
you know,
we have,
how about carving out, you know, some opportunities, you know, that, that disabled veterans, small businesses can actually bid on, become primes, you know, and you know, it's not to the amount of money that Caltrans gets in as a state agency. You know, if Caltrans numbers are skewed, the whole rest of the state numbers are skewed when we're talking about disabled veteran participation. So it's going to be incumbent upon Caltrans to actually lead the way, you know, where disabled veteran business enterprises are concerned. So I'm wondering.
The assumption there is that we're not. And
say again, pardon?
That assumption is that we're not good, but we are good. And I believe.
We know, you put them all the time. I've met you a couple of times. We know
you're
doing them. You're doing them.
I've met them all the time, and I only see one of you at AIM. We had an event 2 weeks ago. None of you showed up.
It was the same time when we have an hour.
I understand. I know she was here. That's what I said.
We losing our reps.
But what I'm saying is, if you show up at a mandatory pre-bid for a certain project, then you get to talk to Kiewit, because they have to be there.
Oh,
If
that's
there's a project-
as a sub, and that, I'm talking about, you know,
But are you able to build a $93 million bridge? No.
okay, so that's what I'm talking about.
But-
Then break the project down.
You can't bring a bridge, you can't bring a bridge down.
I was able to do the earthwork.
That's right, exactly.
Okay, what I'm saying is,
Okay.
I'm saying you have a project,
We know what we're doing.
you have different aspects of the project, okay? And in those, what I'm asking you to consider as the agency, and take this back to your bosses, is to consider how you guys do business. If you haven't been able to meet your goals for 20 years, you know, that's, to me, that's an atrocity, you know? So I'm asking you
But we
to
have-
consider, yeah, it is, 3% is like nothing.
Yeah.
You know, compared to how much money Caltrans is doing business with. So what I'm asking you is that you consider how you're doing business, and then maybe you might come up with, you know, some other scenarios that how you really could get.
You know, the other people that are really advocating for that is the architectural and engineering.
Yeah, I got
Who
some
have
guys.
really been trying very hard because all of that, being able to do that, yeah.
I work in federal arena. I'm a small business prime. If I'm bidding a $30 million or $50 million project, it's flip-flop with large companies because this is a project that they can't get on, that they want on. It's like us going to them to bid on it. You, being Caltrans, dictates the business decision, just like with the bridge project. Because there's no mandate, the company makes a business decision whether to go with small business, whether to go with service disabled. When I read an RFP, a solicitation, I make a decision whether to go with small business partners or a large business partner, depending on how the solicitation is written. And whether I go with a large or a small business partner, I'm still the prime. Because I'm the small business prime. I go out to small business solicitation. So if you take a closer look at how your bids are written and how you break up your projects, you can get small businesses on small business primes doing 20, 30, 50 $1 million projects.
Exactly.
It depends on how you write them, whether you actually want them or not. But if you keep them at $100 million, $300 million,
The only way you're
not
gonna get it
that.
is.
Because it's a business decision of the people that are bidding, how they're going to structure their team.
Like there's
Also,
certain parts of your work, you know, like Pat, stand up, he's a landscaper, okay? I mean, most all your projects are gonna require a landscaper, okay? I mean, that's something that you guys know that the primes are gonna be, you know, bidding out, okay? You can take that piece of work and separate it, so you can separate out, you know, a portion of the work. And